All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, we like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. We like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. We like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching this word in our true faith and sincerity. On the brother Barakim with me,
The brother Dawada.
and we're the Akim from the Great Millstone Church here in Birmingham. And today, pretty much, we're going to tie this lesson Ezekiel 33 and 33. If the brother can pull it up, because at the end of the day, reality is setting in on the planet Earth, which is prophecy. And you know, when this word is on display, it gets a lot of resistance because ultimately, uh, these people today, their doctrine is centered around America, you know, and the things that are within it. So of course, when we say, we preach the destruction of it, you're gonna get pushback from it
Mm-hmm.
because of these different goals and accomplishments, the ideas people want to play out. You know, a house and kids and a dog. This so-called American dream. But you gonna know, man, when reality is about to set, really reality is setting in now. For an example, with the, when the Russia Ukraine situation kind of blew up, even though it was happening before, but it kind of got intense, and all of a sudden, everybody want to bring out Ezekiel the 38th chapter. That was really the Lord getting the people's attention, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So, matter of fact, you can read that Ezekiel 33, Bible Shah.
Con. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33 and verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come.
And what is that? That's concerning the prophecies, man. The famine, the teeth of wild beasts, the evils that's spoken of throughout the scriptures, war. But one of those things that's gonna really, you know, hit home with these people is that mark being implemented.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's gonna really capture the minds of everyone because you ain't gonna be able to come and go without it. You ain't gonna be able to ignore it or say it's something else. You got something out?
Oh, la.
Kind. Matter of fact,
This
get
damn
get
thing just flipped on me for a second.
yeah, get get second Edges 15 and start at one. We're gonna go back here.
Con.
Because the things that we preaching is really the intents and purposes of Yahawah Shema Shai. This is not of our own will. Talks about that
Mm-hmm.
second Peter, the first chapter. The prophecy came not by in old time by the will of man. Like Noah, somehow he came up with the flood. No, the Lord, it was divine inspiration, man. Lord showed that, and Noah, you know, gave it to the people,
Mm-hmm.
and they ain't believe him, man, until it started raining. That's when it was too late. That's when reality set in. And best believe I know for a fact somebody had a boat out there and it didn't hold up, man.
Con.
You know what I mean? Because it wasn't according to the instructions of the Lord, man.
Mm.
Lord had that flood, that ark pretty much was set up to combat it, in the sense of where the dimensions, the certain wood, the pitch,
Mm-hmm.
it was set up to withstand that judgment, man. But you got it out.
Con. This is second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak down the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
So it says this is a commandment, man.
Mm-hmm.
To speak the words of prophecy, man. And really, it's really going out to the elect. Only the elect can really hear the frequency of the prophecies of Yahweh Shema Shai. Or it talks about how that holy mountain, the
Mm-hmm.
trumpets
Yeah.
being blown. Yo, you get Sly, you got it out.
Yeah, and I was just thinking of that. I can get it
Oh,
by
bro, you got it.
this is the book of Joel, chapter 2, and verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
You
Let
got it
all
too, bro.
Slack you say that again.
You got it. You can break it down.
Yeah, yeah. As we go into the warning that's being pushed forth, as the brother said, it says the only one who's going to hear it is the elect. You know that holy. It says, "Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand." So yeah, the day of the Lord is quickly approaching, man. But the reaction that you people supposed to have is fear. You're supposed to be in a state of mourning, you know. Oh, as in Noah, you know, hear the speech of the Lord and was afraid.
Hey, that's right. Hey, that's why the scripture said the inhabitants of the land, those that dwell in Mount Zion, those are the ones who the Lord remember, giving that proper reaction, which is to tremble, man. You know, but everyone else, they talks about how the simple pass on, and they're going to be punished, man. You know, you're not acknowledging the prophecies. You're not you taking this light. With hey, you're gonna get a dose of reality pretty soon, man. But you can go back on second Ezra.
This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15, and verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true."
And that right there showed that it's gonna be doubt when it's presented. Because why would this even have to be mentioned? Show you that it's gonna be doubt. It's gonna be on display when this word is presented, man. Why? Because it's not according to their will. You know, these people and their thoughts and their walk. Just you ask the average American, you know, do they want World War III to come? They don't want that to come, man. Or the family of these things unfold because they got they want to catch that football game or they want to get such as I see these counts as part of that world friendly because you know you still got weddings and shit like that. It's not according to their doctrine, man. So that's why this is written. They are faithfully true. These words that's within this book, man. Because ultimately you're gonna have people to. Matter of fact, continue the next verse.
Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
See? So the prophecies that we speaking of, which is war, evil, and pestilence. What else? You want peace, that evil gotta come first. You know, you want to hear some feel good message, but you gotta digest the bitter first, you know, which is these troubles. Which really that's good news to us, man. That's like sweet words in our ear when we hear about the famine of power outages, you know, the things that's gonna bring forth distress and anguish. Because the Lord is really, you know, taking the pillars away from this place. But as you can see, you're gonna have people to come against this. The imaginations, these different outlooks, these doctrines, and they don't believe it anyway, man. Let's say you go to the average American, just tell them that the scripture says America's gonna be destroyed. I don't want no parts of that, man.
Oh, Slakia.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
That little boy who came up.
Oh man, that's the spirit. Yeah,
he won't no pause. Why America got to be destroyed? Well, scriptures say it. It's slated to be, man. You know.
That's it.
But that's just if I made it, the mindset of the people. You know, they really want this place to continue. They don't care how bad it's getting. They hope it's gonna bounce back. They hope they get a foothold, you know, that American dream, as it were, which is an American nightmare, They still clinging on to those things, man. You know?
That's right. Hey, because that's the spirit the brother he actually when they walked past camp, they went to the other camp and you had the brother Ryan say, yeah, America gonna be destroyed because it's the wickedness. And the little boy said, why is it wicked? It just show you, man, the things that's around, you know, they're norm to the fact of two men walking down the street holding hands, like that's the norm in these times, or pork on the shelves, and just everything that's contrary to the standard of Yahawashi is the norm here. So when you say it's not up to par, you know, it's wicked. Nigga get mad at you, man. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Look at you some type of way. Because that little boy, he represented a lot of niggas in that same mindset. Even though he was young, a lot of niggas still got this same mindset. They just want to be here. Nigga want to play man, smoke, eat. You know, that's the mindset of just a nigga, man. Just a typical American. That's on all levels, you know. But just going back to scripture said you're gonna get resistance. You know, these words of prophecy, people it's gonna be unbelievers, it's gonna be people that don't believe and is gonna speak against it. They're gonna take this word lightly. But ultimately, man, you know, this word it's reality though. That's one thing they don't get. There ain't no such thing as agree to disagree when it comes down to this, man. Prophecy is gonna do what it do because it's the intents and purposes of the Lord. You got it out.
Con, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
See? So it's not and we ain't trying to convince you either, man.
That's right.
You know, it just said the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And when this word is on display, you know, it's gonna pretty much your reaction determines your fate, man. And you know, you really have to be programmed with faith. It talks about how the fear of the Lord was created with the faithful in the womb. And Jake like to talk about the law. Well, hey, it's a law of faith. You're supposed to believe in these prophecies, man. You're supposed to believe in the report. That's the law. And as you can see, it's a penalty concerning breaking that law of faith. You're gonna die.
I got something for you. It's like it.
You got it, bro.
Cause real quick, you know, just backing you up, you know, they're gonna die because they took it light. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13 and verse 13. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. Right? You despise this word, you hold it as insignificant. You don't see any value in it. Well, the scriptures say you're going to be destroyed. And as you not holding any value in it, you don't have the faith. That's why we just read, you know, all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. You already slated. You in a stall that's going to lead to your death, and it's going to come in a series of plagues, man. You know, teeth of wild beasts, the famine. That's going to be a real humbling agent in the time we entering that famine. You know, as you mentioned, niggas want to smoke blunts and eat and play the game. You ain't gonna be able to eat, man. You ain't gonna be able to play the game. All your luxuries that you once desired is gonna be taken away.
That's it.
Go back to that second Ezra 15.
You can matter of fact, yeah, read verse 5 and we'll go back to verse 33 because it's certain things that we're prophesying of, man. You got it out.
Con. Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
So when you read in verse 1, that's what they're prophesying unto the people. This is what we prophesying of. The plagues, you know, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. You can also read that in Jeremiah the 28th chapter. Prophets that been before me, before thee of old, prophesied of great against great kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence, man. What else? What else could we really prophesy in this lifetime with all this great wickedness going on? You got the basis of man ruling. What other conclusion can you come to? You got this technology on the scene to where now is, you got this term called biotech. Well, is man and technology being put? What this is all prophecy, man. So you can go back to Ezekiel 33, Bible shop.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33 and verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come.
Hey, that's that sure word of prophecy, man.
Mm-hmm.
When these things come to pass, lo, it will come, and you seeing it. Hey, going back to 2 15 chapter says, behold, Lord, thus said the Lord, He's going to bring these certain players, and we see it. You can go to an article right now and pull up, just type up war, and guess what? Is within 24, some pull up recently within 24 hours concerning the war, whether weapons being shipped or more money being sent to an army or whatever the case may be. Even the famine, you hear about a recall or the plant burning down itself, or the livestock having to be put down because of a plague, which was that chicken pox, I believe, of one of those plagues that pretty much killed a large portion of cattle. And even that mark, man, our temptation concerning that mark, man, which is the sea hill. This is the momentum, man. So, lo, it will come. This is the sure word of prophecy, because this is the intent and purpose of Yahawah Yahawashi. You got it out.
Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them.
See, then you're going to know, man, when these prophecies take hold of you, man. Once you get a tall glass of reality, which is prophecy, whether you getting chased by a mechanical dog, you standing in a chip line, whatever, you're gonna get that dose of reality that it was a prophet among you, that the Lord truly did send His prophets, beginning with the apostles and elders, great millstone, man. Just like in the time, as I mentioned earlier, Noah. When you think about, when you hear about the flood, you can't do nothing but to mention Noah. He was that prophet that introduced that judgment. When you think of Sodom and Gomorrah, you bring that up. You gotta mention Lot, the plagues of Egypt. You gotta mention Moses and Aaron, man. So in this lifetime, especially with this mark and the things that you see unfolding, beginning with the apostles and elders, great millstone, you can't brush this on the rug. You know what I mean? Nah, you was given a heads up, Matter of fact, you got some up. Con, you got it, bro.
Cause St. John chapter 15.
Yes.
And verse 22. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not sinned. But now they have no cloak for their sin. And if I may, this gospel has been preached, man. We warn you thoroughly of what the MOTB is. The recalls, the increase of the famine on the land, the droughts, the certain trains derailing in these waterways. We've been warning you again. Start with our head apostles and elders. Now you're not going to have any cover. You're not going to have any cloak. What 2/3 what they cover with the covering, but not of the Lord, man. Basically they want to be here, as the elder Qadash say, they want to be a permanent American, man.
That's it.
And the Lord is going to give them over to that, because that's their desire. But in contrast, the elect, when they hear that sound, their desire is to be saved, to be preserved, man.
Right.
That was it.
That's beautiful. Get Ecclesiastes Sirach 46. We start at verse 13, just concerning Samuel, because it talks about how the Lord dealt with Samuel And he let none of his words fall to the ground, man. And why you think the reaction of the elders of the city when they trembled when they seen him, man? Because the things he spoke was right on the head, man. You got it all. You start at verse 13.
This is Sirach chapter 46 and verse 13. Samuel, the prophet of the Lord, beloved of his Lord, established a kingdom and anointed princes over his people. By the law of the Lord, he judged the congregation, and the Lord had respect unto Jacob. By his faithfulness, he was found a true prophet.
See, he was found to be a true prophet, man. You got it.
And by his word, he was known to be faithful in vision.
Yeah, he was known to be faithful in vision. Hey, he had to tell Eli he was gonna die. You know, he had some tough visions, man. That's why you think the people trembled, man. The things he prophesied, it came to pass. But as you can see, he was found to be a true prophet after these things unfold, and that's what you see now. These certain things that unfold, you can't. You have to start acknowledging the true prophets, man, through the spirit, the purpose of Yahawah Sham Yahawashi. Because everybody else talking shit. You know, who else really prophesying? Who else really warning you and giving you a heads up of the things to come? You know. So if you ain't got nothing out, we can play that clip just to show that, you know, reality, you know, is really prophecy, and prophecy is reality, man. And the things that's happening on the planet Earth is right going right along with our doctrine and the things that we believe in. Now, this is a clip which the Apostle Bob, you know, goes into frequently concerning Aaron Russo and this interview with him and Alex Jones. And pretty much we're just gonna get the part where this devil and their intents and purposes, which is to seize the world, and how they're gonna do it by implementing that mark. And then he ain't say we're gonna have a hard push for JC on the earth, man, because that's not the case. Anything modern Christianity is Satanism anyway, you know, in a sense. And you don't see a Christian with a Bible. You ask a Christian right now, do you got a Bible app on your phone? They don't have it. You know what I mean? You as just a Christian, you ain't got to ask, you got a Bible app. You know what I mean? So it's not a hard push for JC on the earth. It's this digital system that you seeing being implemented. But you can get that out. Go play it.
Well, that wasn't where I was coming from. You know, as much as I like you, Nick, you know, your ways and my ways, we're on the opposite side of the fence. You know, I don't believe in enslaving people, you know, and
he would come back with, "Oh, I do." Or,
well, it would be more like, you know,
it's better for them.
It's more like, you know, how do I put it? It was like, what do you care about them? What do you care about those people? What difference does it make to you? Take care of your own life. Do the best you can for you and your family. What do the rest of the people mean to you? They don't mean anything to you. They're just serfs. They're just people. You know, it was just a lack of caring, you know, and that's just not who I was. It was just sort of like cold, you know. It was just like cold, you know. And I used to say to him, what's the point of all this? You have all the money in the world you need. You have all the power you need. What's the point? You know, what's the end goal? And he said the end goal is to get everybody chipped, to control the whole society.
You were
read that, play that last little part, Baba Gashar.
You need. You have all the power you need. What's the point? You know, what's the end goal? And he said the end goal is to get everybody chipped.
See? That's part of our doctrine through the spirit power of Yahawah Sham Yahawashi. But as you can see, This is actually reality. He's talking to an elite. As they say, this guy never existed. Not Rockefeller, like he never existed. But as you can see, he's telling him to play. You know what I mean? The play is to see help everyone. That's the goal of these elites, man. But we telling them their play.
Mm-hmm.
This is the reality that's taking place on the planet Earth, man. Matter of fact, get Revelation 13 and 16, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, this is going to be a thing, man. This is going to be a law. And as you can see now, how these devils are pushing it is a form of convenience or an upgrade to your life. That things will be made easier, or you know, fraud. You know, you ain't got to worry about fraud with this or identity theft.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they pushing it as a form of in such as things will be made easier for you. But no, man, this is really an act of desperation. You know, scripture talk about how the Lord is not going to allow oppression to rise a second time. This oppression is going to be in a form of digital shackles. This is how this devil is going to do it. That's why the man said, "Damn, what's the goal? You got everything. Your face on the money and shit. What's next?" He want to tag everyone, but you got it out.
This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
See, it said he calls of all.
Mm-hmm.
Now you go into that word calls of, it pretty much goes into a decree. Just like when you read Daniel the 3rd chapter, it was a decree. Once you heard that music and that herald gave you the instructions, you know, that was a decree, because if you didn't hearken, you didn't bow to that image, you will be cast into the furnace. You'll be killed. Well, guess what? No different in this lifetime. The jab was a perfect example, a prelude. You know, you didn't receive that jab, you know, you couldn't enter into certain establishments. They was pretty much trying to rub you out the system. You know, certain jobs and compromise, they were trying to take children in certain cases.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because ultimately it was one of those draconian laws being implemented. So how much more when the real thing, you know, the green light is on, man? You ain't gonna have no choice but to acknowledge that this is that hour of temptation. Ain't nobody putting a JC picture up to you and say worship it. You know,
Right.
this is where the momentum is heading towards.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord set up the prophets to let you know these things are about to unfold. Matter of fact, get Isaiah chapter 42, Bible Shah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got anything out, you can get it. Isaiah 42 and start at 8, Bible Shah.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 8. I am the Lord, that is my name. It's like it. I am the Lord Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi. That is my name. And my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images.
Yeah, and that glory is really these events unfolding, man. See, you couldn't say Buddha overthrew Egypt. Yahawah Shema Shah put his name on that, man. You couldn't say Allah, the one that violently overthrew Sodom, man. Or any of these other gods you could think of in these major events that have unfolded. Because the prophecy is really all these historical events.
Mm-hmm.
You go on to it, these different historical events. That was prophecy. The Lord put his name on it. Really, everything is under the control of Yahawah Shema Shah. But it's certain events the Lord wants you to know he did it, man. the destruction of America, the Lord is making it known, well known. Yahawashi is behind it. Just like a painting, and you had that signature at the bottom.
Yeah,
Let you know who's the artist. Well, the Lord, that's what he's doing, man. He got his prophets out here to, matter of fact, hold that and get Psalm 145, Baba Kushah. And start at I believe you can start at I think it's on 4 or 5. Let me see. Psalm 145 and 4, Baba Kushah.
Khan. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 145 and verse 4. One generation shall praise thy works to another, and shall declare thy mighty acts.
See, and this is what you're seeing on display, man.
Mm-hmm.
You have men of old coming in this lifetime to declare the mighty acts of Yahawah. In this lifetime, the mighty acts of the Lord, you know, all these prophecies, the famine, the war, the evil, the pestilence, that our temptation when the sea hip is implemented. And ultimately, the destruction of America by the way of World War III. That's the mighty acts the Lord is going to do in this lifetime, man. But you see, he got his prophets to declare these things before him. That's like a signature.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got it.
I will speak of thy glorious honor. Excuse me. I will speak of the glorious honor of thy majesty and of thy wondrous works.
Yeah, that's why we keep the flood in our mouth and keep constantly speaking on Sodom, Egypt, and even the destruction of Jake. You know, we mentioned that was part of wondrous work of the Lord. The Lord sought us over here at cargo.
Mm-hmm.
Talks about there was none done more than Jerusalem under heaven, man. The Lord did a powerful work on us, man.
Hmm.
You know how the Lord dealt with us. But this is all his works. But these things were spoken of before it ultimately took place. So when it do happen, you'll know that was a true prophet, and ultimately the true power is Yahawah Shai.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got it out.
And men shall speak of the might of thy terrible acts.
See,
Yeah.
that's what else could we? That's how the Lord is known through the judgments.
Mm-hmm.
He's a terrible power because this is how you get your attention.
Mm.
You're talking about God is love, which true, that's true. But guess what? He can bring forth evil as well. Talked about that in Isaiah the 45th chapter, in the 7th verse. The Lord created darkness and light. He made good and evil. And guess what? This is considered on the spiritual calendar an evil time.
Mm-hmm.
That was formulated by Yahawah Shai. And his key things that's going to contribute to it. That sea hip is a big part of it, man. That's gonna contribute to the perplexity.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. If
Hey,
I may,
that's gonna, yeah. So you got it, bro.
oh, just laying back and on, that perplexity, man. These other camps who've been pushing this bullshit, you think it with your mind and perform with your hand. Well, they're gonna be the ones that had that the most perplexity set upon them.
Yeah.
They people was giving an uncertain sound, not warning them exactly and directly or correctly of what the MOTV is. So when it's being declared, they're not able to grasp it, and that perplexity, they're gonna be without answers. They're gonna like, I thought you said, and they're gonna be all over the place, man. But you got it out.
Hey, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But that's they're gonna be stuck.
Woo.
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, when reality smacks you in the face,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be one of them moments. You can be like,
Right.
damn, you know.
Yeah.
But
A
that's when
cold, it's like
yeah, you got it.
a cold, refreshing cup of water.
That's it.
You dead asleep and somebody go splash you. Yeah, that's that reality of that MOTB setting in, man.
Yeah.
And you ever seen one of those those skits when they do that to them. The person wake up, they confused. They don't know what the hell is going on. But that's how these people are gonna be, especially these wayward camps saying that the MOTB is sin or embargo or sleeping with white women, so many things. When that reality, that dose of prophecy slapped in the face, like you said, they ain't gonna have no real answers, because of what they've been taught.
Yeah, and if I may, as you mentioned, how they say it's everything else but the sea hill. Shit, you putting yourself in the box now. See, we all celebrated Christmas, probably all slept with white in a sense,
Okay.
All these things they say is the mark. We all damned in, if that's the case. And there's no repent. We already know the penalty of taking the mark when you read Revelation 14th chapter. So just because you celebrated Christmas till you was 18, 19, 20, whatever time you came into the truth, you took the mark though already since you celebrated Christmas.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, or whatever the case may be, since it's sin.
Right.
But hey, like you said, that's when that perplexity is gonna come, because it's like, damn, it's there though. You can't say the sea hip ain't in, I mean? It's gonna be presented to you. They talk about that hour of temptation. Matter of fact, you can get that hour of temptation Revelation the 3rd chapter. That's gonna be that dose of reality, man.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
And if I may, that just shows how vital or having this word is, man. This word is the lifeline. This is what's going to lead to life. This to build up to everlasting life. Receiving this word, because just going back, we read in 2nd to the 15th chapter, if you reject it, you're going to die. So this is what that road to eternal life begins, by believing in a report. And in that, the Lord is going to keep us from the hour of temptation. See, we're going to know that this is the words of life when our life is in danger. When we're going to ask a need, when shit get real. Words of life is going to be so many. You're going to really get that, what it means. You see what I'm saying? As we get closer and closer to the perfect day. We got it out.
It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
So yeah, this is going to be a test that's going to take place upon all the world. And going back to Christianity or sin or however they want to push it, all these countries in the world got a damn digital currency on getting off the ground in a sense. What are they talking about it, or they got it going? Russia got something going. You got China with the digital yuan. America's speaking on a CBDC. I believe even North Korea, Iran, these different countries, they ain't on the same page concerning certain ideologies. For an example, you got Africa, and they, even though they the original sodomites, but they don't accept that LGBT shit. But they do got a damn digital currency though. So that show you that's that our temptation, this system that's about to be implemented on the earth, man.
That's heavy.
You got it, bro.
Oh, that's heavy. How the Lord has the senses blinded to it, because you can plainly see everything is moving to that digital world.
Right.
How much more the currency that you're gonna need to buy and sell. And they already advertising this thing, as you mentioned earlier, as a convenience. You don't have to have your wallet with you. You don't have to have your medical records with you. So for these people not to see it, the Lord really has them in a trick bag that's going to ultimately, lead to their death. But you got it out.
We can go back to that Isaiah 42, Baba Qadash.
Isaiah chapter 42 And verse 8, I am the Lord Yahawah. That is my name. And my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images.
Yeah, so ultimately, as you see, before these major events really take hold of the earth, the Lord got his prophets to, speak on these things. In his name, in the name of Yahawah Shemal Shai, this gonna happen. In the name Yahawah Shemal Shai, that gonna happen. The famine, the sword, the evil, the pestilence, the wars, the perplexity, that sea help being mandated. That's the Lord, making sure that glory don't go to no one else, that praise don't go to no other God. You can't say, like I mentioned earlier, you can't say Buddha overthrew Egypt. You gotta say that was how by Shemal Shai. The Lord made it known, man. That's why even Pharaoh said, "Who is the Lord?" Matter of fact, get that real quick. Exodus 5, start at verse 1. The Lord made sure, that he's the one that did it, man. We start at verse 1.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 5 and verse 1. And afterward Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord power of Israel.
See, and that's what we doing. We doing the same thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Going to Israel, going to Pharaoh, which is these devils. But overall, our message, it begins, thus saith the Lord power of Israel. Thus saith Yahawah Shemal Shai. This is a decree from the powers of heaven and earth, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got it out.
Let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
And Pharaoh said, who is the Lord, that I should obey his voice to let Israel go? I know not the Lord, neither will I let Israel go.
See, and then guess what? He ended up getting introduced to Yahawah Shemal Shai.
Yeah,
by the way of these plagues, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you're seeing today. The Lord is making himself known by the way of the prophets, letting you know, man, what's up. And these people are saying they like, who is the Lord? They don't fear, because that was in a sense Pharaoh. He don't know about Yahawah Shemal Shai.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so guess what? He gonna teach you. And there was a series of plays that took place, and it really drove him crazy. Well, he gave Israel all his riches to tell them to go, man.
Mm-hmm.
Gave him all the riches. Lord killed your firstborn. You got well introduced to Yahawah Shemal Shai, but as you can see, Moses and Aaron was the guys that introduced you to them. It was declared. It was a declaration first. It was that signature. So when the events unfold, you knew that Moses and Aaron were true prophets of the Lord. And you know the Lord is the powers of heaven's earth. He the one that dictates things, the comings and goings of men. But you can go back up.
Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare.
See, and mentioned earlier, the flood, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, 70 AD. All these things, man, the coming and going of these kingdoms, when you go into the statue of Daniel, all these things was declared.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these things already took place, as I mentioned. Hey, even with the statue, we in the toe being broken. We in that part of the move with the toes and shit being broken part. And that stone coming from heaven, which is returning to your house. We inching up on that scene, man. But it's gonna be a prelude by the way of that hour of temptation. That's because it talks about that also in St. Matthew 24th chapter. Immediately after the tribulation, that's when the destruction gonna come and the Son of Man make his return, man.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where we at in this process. But the new things that's being declared is ultimately the destruction of America. That's the summary of it. America's going to be destroyed. You got it?
Before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
See, before they spring forward, show you this is a living thing, man. It's a build up. But you're gonna be told of it first. It's gonna be declared. You're gonna have the prophets to let you know, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything up?
Just a real quick point. The
You
Lord
got it,
said he revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. You know, and as you mentioned, start with our head apostles and elders, this thing was revealed unto us, you know, and now we've taken up that same labor, and we're in that same stead, revealing these things, you warning you, because it's ultimately a warning from Yahawah Yahawashi. But you got it out.
Con, so you ain't gotten in. We can end off on this in that same Matthew the 24th chapter, and I believe it's 37 concerning the days of Noah.
Okay.
Because these events, especially that our temptation to see him, you know, and everything else in between, these people ain't gonna have no choice but to acknowledge it. You can't go home, you clock out from the famine to go home and take a break, and this is gonna be a constant thing. You gonna, you know what I mean? Because guess what? Ultimately, everybody and they outlook on things that, you know, motherfucker going to college or doctor, whatever. When all hell break loose, when these prophecies really take hold of the earth, everybody doctrine is gonna turn to what they gonna eat next. That's gonna be the only goal, is to eat. They ain't gonna have no other goal. Motherfucker want to get back in school. Nah, you trying to worry about what you finna put in your stomach. Or how to get away from this drone. Or what, you know. Their doctrine is gonna be concerning how to really live. You know, nigga think he living. Nah, that you gonna really think about living there in that time of trouble, man. But you got it out.
This is the book of Matthew, St. Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Yeah, and also you can read this in, I think it's St. Luke, the 17th chapter. It talks about the days of Noah. Then it says also as in the days of Lot, because we in those days as well. That's why it's called spiritual Sodom too. You know, because we in that lifetime, and they were doing the same thing, eating, marrying, getting in marriage. You know, doing all these things, because even the time of Noah talks about how the imaginations of the people's heart was only evil. It was violence that filled the earth. We in that part. We in this perfection now, man. But also, Noah was prophesying. He was prophesying of the rain during all this. He was prophesying of the destruction. You know, of Sodom. That's why he was at the gates when the angels came. But what was Lot doing at the gate? He wasn't welcoming people in. Welcome to Sodom. No, he was prophesying. That's why he warned them to come into his house, you know, when it's starting to get dark, man. That man, he wasn't just out in the gates chilling. No, he was prophesying. But same thing with Noah. During all these things they was doing, Noah was prophesying of that flood. Until then, it was ultimately the ministry of finished. The Lord had him go into the ark and shut the door. You got it.
And knew not until the flood came.
See, and knew not until the flood came. So they acknowledged Noah was a prophet then. When it started raining, they were like, damn, that man was right. You couldn't do nothing. Like I said, bet somebody had a boat out there. Like, they used the same concept, Noah, you know what I mean? They couldn't they ain't had enough time to build when Noah built. But I wouldn't be surprised niggas were building boats in that time. But it couldn't withstand that judgment because it wasn't according to the instructions. But they didn't knew not. They got introduced to the Lord. They knew about Yahawashi then. through Noah and him prophesying. You got it?
And took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
See, so guess what? You know, Noah was getting a lot of pushback, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because they mentioned that in Genesis, I believe it's Genesis the 2nd chapter, how it never rained. You know, it outlined the dew on the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Just
The
for
dew
that
doctrine.
bill.
It's like,
Yeah, it's like you got it out.
no, yes, the dew doctrine.
Yeah, yeah, the dew doctrine. Yeah, I can see that. That nigga wake up early in the morning for Noah. Yeah, I mean, now look. I ain't see shit from the sky. But guess what? That's when reality set in. When it started raining, and they had time to think about it too. Them 40 days, man. All them folks didn't die in one day, man. They had time to think about this shit. They knew then. They thoroughly knew Yahawah Yahawashi. And through Noah, by him being found a faithful prophet, being a true prophet indeed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you're going to see today, man. As these things unfold, you gonna know a prophet with Yahawah Yahawashi is amongst you, man. You know. You got anything else up?
Lie.
Yeah, so yeah, I can, man. Just hope that we're edifying. We like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi, Sham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Like to say shalom to the elect that teach word on true faith and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.